Hello my lovelies, welcome back to this perfume channel. Today's video is all about cold weather perfumes. This is a list that I need at the moment because it's freezing, absolutely freezing here in the UK. For UK standards, let me add, but it's about in a minuses, even in the daytime, and I'm freezing. I hate the cold, and these fragrances have got enough warmth, huggability, I call it, this like plush feeling that you want to just be cozy with them, cover yourself with the blanket and this scent surrounding you. So if you are into perfumes, I encourage you to subscribe, and let's start with the first perfume on this list. First up, we've got MCM. I think this fragrance is called Ultra, although they never put their names on the perfume bottles. But this is the bottle, this is gold handbag sort of a bottle. And this scent is this known designer DNA of tuberose, just white florals, but also fruitiness. It's juicy. This is such a gourmand but girly scent. It's strong, it's very likable. Everybody will absolutely love the way you smell if you smell like this. It's also great for somebody maybe a bit younger and wants a fragrance for school. This would be perfect as well. If you love something like Good Girl by Carolina Herrera, this actually reminds me a bit of a fragrance I've got from Jimmy Choo, I Want Choo Forever as well. If you like that sort of a designer fragrance, this has got very similar DNA. It's very nice, just a simple designer fragrance, quite affordable as well. And I've done a mix in this video of really affordable scents and also more expensive niche ones. So this one is one of the more affordable ones. You can get it at discounters, and it's a great deal for just an everyday easygoing fragrance that you don't have to think about. Next up is a fragrance that I will admit that it can be a bit polarizing. I repeat, don't blind buy this one. This is a fragrance that you have to test, or you have to look at the notes and maybe know that you love those notes. But it is an amazing fragrance, but it's not for the faint of heart. It's not for somebody who's just starting the fragrance journey or is getting into the fragrances. This fragrance that I'm talking about is Mandala from Masque Milano. This scent, it's super strong, super hyper strong, and it's got coldness to it. This is an unusual fragrance for this list because usually I go for warm, comfy, like cashmere wood, sort of caramelly amber fragrances. But this is the opposite. This is cold. This is embracing the cold weather. It literally smells like a church, incense, smokiness, dry, woody, just coldness in the church that isn't heated. And I love how raw, honest and interesting this fragrance is. It's an absolute powerhouse. It does smell like you should just put it on and go meditate or something. It's an absolutely amazing fragrance, and it's one of those that if you're really into niche fragrances and you want a fragrance that will embrace the coldness of the season, maybe you love the cold, try this out. This is absolutely amazing, but also it's not a super crowd pleasing fragrance. It's absolutely not. It's you love it or you absolutely hate it. Another fragrance that is more of that warm, ambery, earthy, it is Magenta Tanzanite from Armani. This is super crowd pleasing, likable scent, although it's not basic at all. So it's nice that it strikes this balance of not being too weird out there, but it's absolutely amazing. It's chocolatey. It's this chocolatey, vanilla-y, earthy tobacco. It's Moorish. It smells like a syrupy, sticky gingerbread cake. It's absolutely delicious, amazing. I get compliments for it because it's quite a strong fragrance. It's also quite unusual in the way it smells, but still very likable. Such a stunning one from Armani. I highly encourage you to check it out because this, like their whole line, is just so high quality, and the bottle is always amazing. And I love wearing this when it gets this cold because this lasts and just gives me this nice nutty vanilla-y tobacco scent around me all day long. Another cheapie, I would say, because you can get this at a really great price at discounters. I got it myself at discounters, and it's Chopard Oud Malaki. Such a good scent. I blind bought it completely just looking at the notes. I was like, yeah, I'm going to love it, and it's absolutely amazing. This, such a good fragrance. This is similar in a scent to Penhaligon's the Blazing Mr. Sam, but this one actually, I was informed, came out before that fragrance, so it's actually maybe they are duping this scent. This is an oud fragrance that isn't an oud fragrance, if that makes sense. When you smell this, you won't get the typical oud scent that is like overpowering, and sometimes it can be a bit too much. This, I would say, it's a woody, creamy, soft fragrance. It's a bit sweet. It's so elegant. Oh man, it's a bit nutty. It's a bit boozy. It's so just sensual, different. This, for the price, like, it totally smells like, you know, Penhaligon sort of a fragrance. So totally niche, beautiful scent profile. Just, oh, if you like, for example, Stash by Sarah Jessica Parker, the most amazing celebrity fragrance released ever. So this is also similar vibes, just smooth, creamy woodiness, sandalwood, just, oh, absolutely amazing. Gives you that cocooning feeling, that cashmere sweater feeling for amazing price. Next up, we've got something that is just so calming. This is even called Mercurial Cashmere. So this is supposed to just smell like a cashmere sweater, and it totally does. This is one of those niche fragrances that is so elegant, so soft, and usually the whole Electimuss line, most of it, I've pretty much sampled all of them, they are pretty powerful, strong fragrances. This is the more delicate, feminine one. I wasn't expecting this. I was like, oh, this is just completely different, but I love it. It's so soft. It's a white floral tuberose, but that tuberose, really, the feeling of cashmere is totally there. It's soft, it's powdery, it's creamy, it's delicate. It's got a nice bit boozy opening, slightly boozy, slightly like Coca-Cola-y, and then I also smell like a bit of violet in there. So it's very just soft florals, beautiful scent. If you want something that smells very elegant, very feminine, then this is a total just amazing wow sort of a fragrance. It's unique also, so you'll be spending niche money for a nice unique fragrance that you can call your signature scent as well for the colder months. Next scent is similar, I would say, in the vibe of like the softness, the creaminess, the florals, but it's a different scent. Definitely it stands by itself. This is, I would say, my fragrance that I love to wear in the summertime, in the wintertime, whenever I want this softness. But some floral fragrances, they just completely don't work in wintertime. Whereas if you are into florals and you're like, oh, I just need to put my florals away until springtime, don't do that. This is that fragrance that will give you enough of that warmth, that powderiness, that creaminess, but also a huge dose of florals. It's, oh, I can't smell it here. I've got too many fragrances everywhere. But man, this, I love the opening. It's so interesting. It's a bit sparkling as well. Similar kind of to the other one. It does have a similar demeanor. It's not the same scent at all. It's not a dupe, but it's soft. It's so creamy, so luxuriously creamy. This smells like a very rich lady in like Kensington or somewhere, and she's gotten her blow dry on. She just wears beautiful clothes and she just smells and looks beautiful. You just know she's rich because of the whole way that she looks and smells. This is to me that rich lady smell. It's not in your face, powerful, like it's not an oud fragrance. It's like, whoa, slaps you off your feet. This is softly projecting, like in an elegant and nicely reserved way. Beautiful scent, perfect for cold weather if you want a floral scent. Oh, and by the way, now this fragrance comes in a pinkish clear bottle, so it will look a bit different. They changed the bottle, but the scent, it's still 51 from Roja Parfums. Essence, yeah, because they've got a couple, so Essence. Next up, we've got an ambery warm fragrance. This smells like an apple pie. It's perfect for this season. Cinnamon, spices, apple pie. It's wood jasmine from BDK. To me, this is just delicious. It's this perfectly unisex amber. It doesn't go to this like overtly feminine or masculine way. It just sits in the middle. It's not too sweet. It's got enough, the amber has got enough of that animalicness, that rawness in there, which makes this fragrance just so much more stunning and 3D to my nose. It's also got this incredible like caramelized baked apple. Oh, it's so good. And the spices, beautiful. Just smells like an apple pie, but without taking it too literally. It's still a very high-end perfume. You won't smell literally like an apple pie, but they took that scent profile and made this a nice high-end perfume with jasmine, obviously, and beautiful woods. But yeah, it's an absolutely amazing fragrance, especially if you like ambery warm scents. This is to die for. Let me know in the comments what is your favorite cold weather perfume at the moment. The next one I will suggest to you is this one from Whind. It's called Rose Saffron. This scent is so textured, I would say. I'll try to find a spot to put it, yeah. This is a rose and oud combination, but it's so spiky, so green, and the way it smells, it's so fun. It's very cozy. Another one that smells like a big wool sweater with a turtleneck that just makes you feel so cozy. If you like scents like Oud Satin Mood from MFK, for example, you will love this. This is less smooth, it's more spiky green, a bit more vibrant. It's got a bit more texture to it. A very nice scent for the cold weather because it just grips into your clothes. It's slightly nutty as well, and it's one that really lasts as well. So I love that for me and you. Another cold weather scent. This is more of a spring autumn scent, I would say, but still I find that it smells better in cold seasons than it does in like when it's really warm, springy weather or autumn. And it's autumn vibes, so it's supposed to be like an autumn fragrance, and I totally get it. It is a perfect autumn fragrance, but even in the coldness now that we're experiencing, this is a very nice scent to wear, because I find that it just becomes a bit more heavy and in a good way in the cold weather. It makes the base notes really stand out, and this is my favorite from this particular fragrance. To me, this is kind of like they took Centaur 33 as an inspiration for this scent, autumn vibes, but it's very different still. It's similar to Le Labo. You can still get that pickle woody note, but still they made it a bit different, a bit more multifaceted. You smell more notes in this fragrance. You get a very sweet pickle, I would say. Instead of like a very dry, woody pickle in Labo, here you've got a sweeter pickle, like you've put some sugar into that pickle mix, and it really lasts and it really grips onto your skin, this pickle note in this. So if you like something like Le Labo Santal 33, but you would like to see what it smells like when there's a lot more sweetness added to it, then try this out. I will link all the fragrances in the description for you and any of the best deals I can get for you for those. And I'll see you in the next one. Subscribe if you haven't already so you get notified when I post next. See you later. Bye.